He is trying to tell you something. You can feel it, can't you? No matter how much you pretend not to notice, it's there. It's as if the world around you is stopping just so you can listen. This isn't the first time, and you probably know that. How long have you been ignoring it? How long have you been avoiding looking directly at it? You can't run away anymore. You feel it. Deep down, you know what's happening. There's something or someone that needs you now. It's not a whim. It's not something that can wait. It's serious. It's real. And it's becoming increasingly difficult to avoid. The silence screams. Things start to go wrong, little signs that seem coincidental. But you know they're not. It's not about paranoia or exaggeration. It's a call and it's coming for you. What are you going to do about it? Because the truth is that ignoring it is no longer an option. You feel that tightness in your chest, don't you? It's almost as if something is pushing you to do something, but you can't quite understand what. Or maybe you do understand, but you're afraid to admit it. Because admitting it means taking on a responsibility that you're not sure you're ready to carry. And yet that feeling doesn't leave you. It follows you in the silence, in the moments when you try to distract yourself, even in the things that are supposed to bring you peace. You look around searching for some confirmation that all of this is just an impression, that maybe you're exaggerating. But the signs are still there. They're little details that you can't ignore. A message that didn't come, a look that wasn't returned, an absence that even amidst so many others seems to be the only one that matters. The truth is that you know what is happening even if you try to convince yourself otherwise. You know that this anguish is not for nothing. It has a reason, a purpose. Something or someone is trying to reach you. It is not an accident, it is not a coincidence, it is a call. And it is for you, only you. But you hesitate, not because you don't care, but because you are afraid of making mistakes, of not being enough, of facing what might be waiting on the other side. It's easier to pretend that it's not about you, isn't it? It's easier to convince yourself that this will pass, that someone else will take care of it in your place, that the world will go on without you needing to intervene. But that is not going to happen. Not this time. Because this time, it's you. It's for you. It's as if everything is aligning in an almost cruel way, pushing you toward a choice that you cannot avoid. And the more you try to run away, the more signs accumulate, the more things around you seem to conspire, to remind you that you can't keep ignoring it. It's hard, I know. Nobody likes to feel pressured like this. Nobody likes to face this responsibility. But the truth is that you are not being chosen by accident. There is a reason for this happening to you, for this weight falling on your shoulders. You have been placed here at this moment for a reason. And even if you don't fully understand it now, on some level, you know it is true. So, I will ask again, what are you going to do about it? Will you keep pretending that it is not about you? Will you wait until everything falls apart, until there is nothing left to save? Because that's what's at stake here. That's what we are talking about. A choice that only you can make, an action that only you can take. And every second that passes is a second that you cannot get back. You feel it, don't you? The urgency, the need to do something before it's too late. It's in the small details. In the glances you avoid, in the messages you leave for later, in the moments you tell yourself that you still have time. But do you really? Can you afford to wait? Because the one who is trying to reach you, the one who is asking for your help, doesn't have that luxury. They don't have any more time. They are at their limit and you are their last hope. It may seem exaggerated, it may seem dramatic, but deep down you know it isn't. You know it's real. You know that if you don't do something now, there may be nothing left to do. So, I'm going to tell you something, and I want you to pay attention. You have the power to change this. It might seem scary, it might seem impossible, but you can. Because the simple fact that you are here, that you are receiving this call, already proves that you are capable. It doesn't matter how much you doubt, how insecure you feel. This is not about perfection. It's about presence. It's about courage. And courage is not the absence of fear, it's acting despite it. It's looking at this situation, at this call, and deciding that you are going to do what needs to be done, even if you don't know exactly how. Because the truth is, no one knows. No one is completely prepared. But that doesn't matter. What matters is that you are here, and that you are needed. Now you need to decide, are you going to keep avoiding? Are you going to let fear paralyze you? Or are you going to listen to this call, respond to this request, and make the difference that only you can make? The choice is yours, and time is running out. I know that right now your head is full of questions. You are probably trying to rationalize all this, looking for a way out that allows you to return to your comfort zone, pretending that nothing is happening. But I'm going to tell you something you need to hear even if you don't want to. There is no turning back. Whatever is calling you, whatever is begging for your attention, has already reached you. It is already inside you. And now what matters is not what happened before. It is not about what you failed to do or how much time you lost ignoring the signs. What matters is what you are going to do now. Because you still have a choice. You can still turn this game around. You can still act before it is too late. But that will only happen if you stop running away. Have you ever noticed how life has this peculiar way of putting us exactly where we need to be, even if we don't understand it at the time? Sometimes it seems cruel, as if we are being tested beyond the limit. But in reality it is a reminder that you have more strength than you believe, more capacity than you imagine. And now, this strength is being summoned. This capacity is being challenged. The question is, are you going to let fear decide for you? Because that is what is at stake here. It is not about external circumstances. It is not about what is happening around you. It is about what is happening inside you. That fear, that doubt, that urge to run away. All of that is normal. But do you know what else is in there? Courage, determination, a call that only you can answer. And yes, I know it seems heavy. It even seems unfair. Why you? Why now? Why this responsibility? But let me tell you something. You are here because you are capable. Because even if you don't feel it right now, there is something in you that makes you the right person for this moment. It may be hard to accept, but it is the truth. And sooner or later, you will realize it. What you need to understand is that while you hesitate, things are happening. People are waiting. Moments are passing, and the world around you doesn't stop. There is no pause, no wait button. You know this. You feel it. And that's exactly why you're so restless. The urgency you feel is not for nothing. It is a constant reminder that time is limited, that opportunities do not last forever. You know what you need to do. Even if you try to deny it, even if you tell yourself that you are not capable, deep down you know. And you also know that every second you lose hiding is a second you will never get back. So, what is holding you back? The fear of failing, the insecurity of not being enough. The truth is that these fears will never completely go away. They will always be there, whispering in the back of your mind, trying to convince you to stop, to give up. But you can't listen. Not now. Because while you listen to these fears, while you let them control you, someone is waiting. Someone who no longer has time, who no longer has options. And you are the only person who can make a difference. You. Not someone else. Not at another time. Now. Think about it for a moment. Close your eyes if you need to. Take a deep breath and ask yourself, what am I waiting for? What is really stopping me from acting? Because the answer is there, inside you. And when you find it, you'll realize it's not as scary as it seemed. What is really scary is the idea of looking back one day and realizing that you could have done something but didn't. That you could have changed everything but chose to wait, hesitate, hide. That is a pain you don't want to carry, trust me. So, I'll ask you one more time. What are you going to do now? Because time doesn't stop. Life doesn't wait. And the choice is yours alone. I want you to take a deep breath. Now, do this with me. Close your eyes for a few seconds and feel the air entering your lungs. Allow yourself to truly feel the present moment. What is happening inside you right now? Can you notice? It's something that doesn't give you peace, but also doesn't leave you, as if it were waiting for you to finally pay attention. And I need you to do that, because this is the moment when everything changes. That call you're feeling, and yes, you know exactly what I'm talking about, is something bigger than your doubts. It's bigger than your fears. It is real. And you already know what you need to do, even if you still don't have the courage to admit it to yourself. What you're feeling now while reading this is not by chance, it's not a coincidence. It's life pulling you to where you need to be. I know you feel this pressure, as if everything depended on you, as if the responsibility were greater than it should be. And maybe that makes you question, why me? Why is this happening to me? But the question you should be asking yourself is not why. The question you need to ask is, what am I going to do about it? Because that's what matters. It doesn't matter how you got here. What matters is what you are going to do now. You can hide. You can pretend it's not about you, that all of this is just an exaggeration. You can keep putting it off, waiting for things to resolve on their own. But deep down, you know the truth. You know that ignoring it won't work. Not this time. Because whatever is trying to reach you, this situation, this person, this feeling, is not just going to disappear. It won't give you peace until you take action. And the truth is, you can't wait any longer. You've already waited too long. You tried to convince yourself that it wasn't the right time, that you weren't ready, that someone else could handle it. But now you're here, and that means the time for waiting is over. It's time to act. I know this is scary. I know it feels heavy, that it seems too big for you to carry. But let me tell you something. You are stronger than you think. That strength you believe you don't have is right there inside of you, waiting to be used. And whatever is calling you now, this challenge, this opportunity, this request, it was placed in your path because you can handle it. Even if you don't believe it right now, I know it's true. And deep down, you know it too. So, here's what you need to do. First, stop running away. Face it head on. No matter how hard it seems, you need to take the first step. And it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be big, it just needs to happen. Because the simple act of starting changes everything. It gets you moving. And movement is all you need right now. Secondly, stop doubting yourself. I know it's easier said than done, but you need to try. Because as long as you are stuck in doubt, nothing will change. As long as you keep telling yourself that you're not enough, that you're not ready, you will stay in the same place. And the world won't wait. The people who need you, the opportunities within your reach, won't be there forever. You feel it, don't you? That urgency, that pressure to act. It's not for nothing, it's not your imagination. It's a reminder that time is passing. And with it, the chances to do something. You have the opportunity to change everything now, to do something that truly matters. But that will only happen if you decide to act. If you decide to say yes to this calling, and I want you to know that you are not alone. I know that sometimes it feels like you carry the weight of the world by yourself, that no one understands what you're going through. But that is not true. There are so many people facing the same fears, the same doubts, the same uncertainties. And many of them are looking to you, waiting for you to take the first step, for you to show that it is possible, for you to be the inspiration they need. That's why I want to ask you something. I want you to share your experience. Talk about what you are feeling, about what this message has awakened in you. Write in the comments what is happening in your life right now, what you are facing, how you are dealing with it. Because your story matters. It could be exactly what someone needs to hear to also take action. And if you are not subscribed here yet, do it now. This space is for you, for people who are searching for something more, who are ready to listen, to learn, to grow. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and like this video. It's not just a way to support this work, but to commit yourself, to say, I am here, I am ready to change. This is the moment to act. The world is waiting for you. People are waiting for you. And most importantly, you are waiting for you. Because in the end, all that really matters is what you choose to do with the time you have. And you have a choice, right now, at this very moment. So, what are you going to do? Will you keep postponing, hiding, waiting for things to resolve themselves? Or will you take the first step even if it seems small? Will you face your fears even if they seem bigger than you? Because the truth is, you already know what you need to do, and you also know that deep down, you are capable. Now, I want to hear from you. I want you to comment below on what this message means to you. I want you to say what you are feeling, what you are thinking, what you intend to do from now on, and I want you to commit. Subscribe, leave your like, and share this with someone who needs to hear it. Because together we can do more. We can be more. I believe in you, and I know that you can believe in yourself too. So let's go. The moment is now. Change starts with you.